Good morning, class. How are you all? I'm so happy to see, but I cannot see, all right? But you all can hear my voice. I'm so sure you can see my screen, correct? So if you can do, just give me a thumbs up, all right? Even though I can't see you, probably, yes, I know you are with me, all right? So we're going to do something really interesting today. It's grammar after all right? And I know everyone, array grammar lecture start ho gaya, baap re, क्यों start ho gaya? All right, is the first expression that we have. Don't worry. What I'm going to teach you today is so very simple. It's terribly simple. All right. So you'll be like, "Arey, ye hai kya?" So grammar always has very simple meaning, but the problem is वो words है ना बहुत हाई फंडू है. It is so big. It is sometimes beyond our understanding. This word, what we're going to learn today, is going to be very simple. All right, the meaning is very easy. Let's get on to it. I'm going to give you a sentence. It says, I can climb like a monkey. A simple sentence, I can climb like a monkey. I want you to identify which is the verb. Verb matlab action word. Which action is going on over here? Monkey is doing what? Monkey kya kar raha hai? Monkey is doing the work of climbing. All right, I hope when I'm teaching, I want you all to answer over there in your classroom. Please answer it. Okay. All right, so now I can climb like a monkey. So once you get the word climb, okay, that's your verb. But you will say, अरे एक ही तो नहीं है, वो हाँ can भी है. Can, I'm able to do it. So that can also is a verb. So why didn't teacher circle the can? Well, can also is a verb, but not like the verb climb. Climb is the main verb in the sentence. और can का क्या काम है मालूम है? Can is only helping out the word, the actual action climb. Means मैं climb कर सकता हूँ. That सकता हूँ is what the word can is doing for the word climb. And so such words are usually called as helping verbs, and today we're going to look at them as modal verbs. What are modal verbs? All right, so let's get on to it. Now, when I look at modal verbs, I can say that in English grammar, a modal is a verb that combines with another verb to indicate mood or tense. I know tense, whenever verbs will come, pakka. Past tense, present tense, future tense, आता ही है, correct? Right? So now, what does the modal verb do? It talks about that mood. क्या indicate कर रहा है? Children, you should always remember that कोई भी sentence in grammar is just not given just like that. Okay, in grammar, every sentence has a mood. There is an intention behind the person who is speaking, the person who is talking. इसको कोई तो कुछ तो है दिमाग में, क्यों बोल रहा है, कैसा बोल रहा है, क्या बताना चाहता है. All this is what grammar talks to you about. Okay, and what we are doing, we are trying to cut all the sentences and find out what work these are doing. So we see modal verbs over here. They combine with another word, like how can combined with climb, and it showed what the monkey can do. Oh, sorry, what I can do. What I can do, I can climb. Okay, कर सकता हूँ. It shows my ability. Now, a modal is also known as modal auxiliary, and it expresses necessity, uncertainty, possibility, or permission, or many other things which we are going to right now learn. So it's also called as a modal auxiliary verb. Remember, modal verbs are also called as modal auxiliary verbs. All right. So now, when you see the word list, you should be very happy. You know why? When a list comes, means इतने ही है. ग्रामर में इतने ही वर्ड्स को हम मॉडल वर्ब्स कहते हैं, इसके बाहर नहीं है. So you don't have to break your head at all. So we see there is a list of modal verbs. In that, they are divided into two. They are pure or core modals, or they are semi modals. We'll understand when I just tell it to you. So very simple. What's the first one? Can. Past tense, could. May. Past tense, might. Shall. Past tense, should, will, past tense, would, and must. Easy to remember, only 9 of them, yeah. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must. Learn, sing a song, you'll get to know these very well. And what about semi-modals? Don't worry, they are not so difficult. See, they are ought to, means they come with the word to. Correct? So they are called as semi-modal. They're not exactly pure and core modals. They come with a partner. So here can you see dare to, need to, used to, have to, able to. They'll be used only in particular situations whenever you really require them. So you have, this is the list. Just keep this in your mind. You have pure core modals, and you have your semi modals. That's it. We're going to deal with these words only in today's session, and the following sessions that have to come. Now let's go to the first one, expressing ability. Now the first time that now the words over here which are showing you ability are can, could, able to. Now I'm going to keep these modal verbs, this list everywhere. You'll see these lists will follow, so that whenever you see it, you can register that in your mind. Okay, so when can you use can? Can is used to present in present and in future time. Could is used in past, present, and future. Now remember, ये can वापस भी आएगा. Remember, can, could, these words will come again, but they are telling you something, no, that only once they will be telling you something. Like for example, the first one, I can dance. Now what is the work of can here in this sentence? ये can बोल रहा है I can dance. I want you to remember one thing. For this you need to translate in your mother tongue, okay, or in Hindi, which will make you understand ये can का काम क्या है. So for example, I can dance very well. I will translate in Hindi. मैं डांस कर सकता हूँ. कर सकता हूँ हो गया एबिलिटी. मैं कर सकता हूँ. Finish. What is the work of this can? इधर ये can क्या काम कर रहा है? Ability दिखा रहा है. Next example. I could eat a bear when I was a kid. Now ये can, same word can, but कौन से tense में use किया है? It's used in past tense, and it's saying I could eat a bear when I was a kid. Could. मैं एक bear खा सकता था जब मैं kid हूँ. खा सकता था. Ability. So easy, right? Finish. Let's go to the next one. Now, we use be able to, means be will always come with whenever you're using able to in present, past, and future. So, for example, when I use able to is it your core model? No, it's your semi model. All right. So, what is it? I am sure she will be able to complete the work. Hindi में मैं पक्का हूँ कि वो अपना काम कर सकेगी. Will be able to. You don't have to think and translate also for this, because the word itself says be able to. Clear? Next. I am able. Now that will is what in future tense may be used. Now what about present? I am able to walk properly now. Yesterday, that is past tense may, I was not able to walk even a short distance. So now let's understand this. A small activity exercise for you. The action is, the verb is sing. Okay, sing is the verb. You have to sing a song in different sentences. How can you use it as can in ability? The main thing, the first thing, I can sing a song. So easy, right? मैं गाना गा सकता हूँ. I can sing a song. Very good. Could. How would you use it in could? I'm just giving you a minute. Think. I or what? Okay, let's see. Before the accident, she could sing a song like a nightingale. Remember, ये could कहीं भी मत use करो, but it should be used where you are talking about ability. Translate करो. Accident से पहले वो गा सकती थी. कि सकती थी is your ability. Next. able to. He is not able to sing a song in front of a crowd. Okay, again, is not. Whenever you see, remember, this can come in negation also, means negative way maybe use kar sakte hai, but the models remain the same. That is able to. He is not. That is the verb to be. You use the word to be. All right. Then he is not able to sing. The main verb is your sing a song in front of a crowd. Let's go to the next one. Expressing possibility. Possibility matlab शायद हो सकता है. Now for this you need to remember this table very well. That is, अगर हम 100% sure है कि होने ही वाला है, that time you will use the word will. But when you use the word instead of logical, means ये हुआ मतलब ये होएगा, इसका शक्यता है, ये होगा तो ये शायद होगा. That time it's called a logical possibility and you will use the word must. Then may, a good, शायद होगा, a good possibility, हो सकता है. Might means हो सकता है but very weak, and सबसे weak is could. Clear? ये कर सकता हूं का नहीं है, ये हो सकता वाला could है. Don't get confused. That's why I said try to translate into Hindi. You will understand that very well. The same word, but when you translate, you will get to know the difference. For example, your throat and ears are paining and you have a fever. It must be an infection. एक infection हो सकता है, क्योंकि what you're putting logic लगा रहे, तेरा ये और ये पेन हो रहा है, मतलब तेरे को infection होगा. Understood? That must will come. Next, I may not come for the trek tomorrow because I'm not feeling well. शायद मैं नहीं आ सकूंगा क्योंकि मैं नहीं, मतलब it's a good point. शायद I'm not feeling well, so I will not be able to do. But I don't know. शायद I'll become all right and I may come. Understood? So when I say I may, no मतलब मैं शायद नहीं आ सकूंगा. That is your possibility. Okay. So next, how do we use this? All right. So we have the list in front of us. That is must, will, may, might, and could. Now, for example, Tanya says, "Look at the clouds in the sky. Their dash will be their dash is storm." Now, use the word which shows you definitely 100% clouds in the sky है, मतलब सच्ची में एक storm होने वाला. Which is the word we just saw? Can you tell me? You can just say the word. Look at the clouds there. Dash definitely we saw. पकड़ना चाहिए. Yeah, that was the word will. जब definitely है 100% sure है तभी क्या आएगा? Will. There will be a storm. Then Ram बोलता है, oh yes, there was a storm warning on the radio this morning. There's a logical possibility कि एक storm का warning था radio पे this morning. Then what Tanya has to say? In that case, there's a good possibility that we have a holiday. Okay, now it is not talking about the storm. Right now it's talking about the holiday. Means if there's a storm, there will be rain, correct? So that is a logical possibility. But ye good, but holiday hoga ki nahi, we know? No, a good possibility. Which can that be? Yeah, we may have a holiday tomorrow. So that it's showing whether you are able to, it हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, that's called possibility. Next, asking, giving, refusing permission. The three words that you can use over here: can, could, and may. Now, can is used between friends in an informal context. When it's informal between your friends, you can use the word can. When do you use the word may? May is used in an informal context. Means it is really not formal. You can just have anything. Means I'm so sorry. You have to use may when you are talking to an elderly person, or you are in a formal situation, a boss and client situation, or teacher and student. That's when you will use may. It is a very formal way of asking or asking a permission. Next, could. Could is a polite way of asking permission. Means it's a kind of a or both polite hai, very warm kind of a word. Could. Okay. So now what's the example for that? Now, the first one. Anil says, my pen is not working. कैन आई यूज योर्स? नितिन अभी वो किससे बात कर रहा है? फ्रेंड से बात कर रहा है, तो उसने क्या यूज किया? कैन इज बिटवीन फ्रेंड्स और इट्स जस्ट एन इनफॉर्मल थिंग. कैन आई यूज योर्स? परमिशन पूछ रहा है, मैं तुम्हारा यूज कर सकता हूँ कि नहीं? नितिन सेज यस यू कैन. कर सकता हूँ, कर सकता है. So can we see here? All right, was the one using permission. Okay. Next, Seema says, "Ma'am, could I submit my work tomorrow?" Now she's talking to her teacher. So when she's talking to her teacher, she will be very polite. Could I submit my work tomorrow? The teacher says, yes, you may. Again, see, can you see the could and may came? Matlab to same hai, but when you are using it, that is what matters. कैन का मतलब भी सेम है, कुड का मतलब भी सेम है, मे का मतलब भी सेम है, बट which one to use when is the question of the hour over here. So when you are asking permission, you should see to it that you ask in the context. Informal है situation या formal है, तो मम्मी के पास जाके मत पूछो could you and sorry may I and things like that. Mama will start laughing. Okay, so you can use can with your family members and all, but in a situation where you really have to be very polite, you can use could. In a formal situation, you have to use a word may. Now what are the negative forms? Same words, use it in a negative. Cannot. Okay, cannot. The abbreviation over there is can't. Okay, then when you will not, won't, may not, meant. Now these are the words which you can, they can come in negative forms also. Okay, same thing but in negative forms. Next, so let's see, you have the words in front of you. Okay, asking, giving, refusing permission. Permission means मांग रहे हैं तुम कुछ तो. Okay, so let's see. Rosa says, dash I come to your house today. Which one would you use? For naturally, Rosa is telling probably a friend or something. All right, so she can use a very casual word, that is can. Can I come to your house today? Easy. Now, what about Gopal? What is Gopal saying? Gopal saying sir. Sir aate, you should know it is a formal situation. तो क्या यूज करेंगे? Either you could use could या फिर you can use may. Sir, dash you please grant me a 3-day leave? Sir, could you please grant me a 3-day leave? Or sir, may you please grant me, or something like that. Okay, could you? Okay, so we use the words very the words that we use should be in relation to the context that you are using. Let's go to the next. Now that is, this is making a request. पूछ रहे. Now you will be like, अरे अभी तो हम लोग ने वही सीखा, making request. Permission में भी we are making request ना. तो what is the difference between why उसको third point और उसको fourth point डाला? Why? Now listen to me very carefully. Request में, see, permission में तुमने पूछा तो उन्होंने, उनके हाथ में है yes और no बोलने के लिए, ठीक है. बट रिक्वेस्ट में यू आर लाइक, अरे प्लीज करो ना यार, करो ना. यू आर आस्किंग फॉर अ फेवर. मीन्स तुम्हारे ऊपर एहसान करने के लिए बोल रहे. दैट इज व्हेन इज अ रिक्वेस्ट कि you, it's not a, it will not stop at yes and no. All right, so you, after, if it ever stops at yes and no, you can again ask permission. Clear? That is making a request. Now, for example, would and could are more polite than can and will. How do we make the request? For example, would you please take this to the staff room? Okay, the question is, would you please take this to the staff? I'm so sorry, just a minute. Yeah. Would you please take this to the staff room? Okay, would you please take is your main verb over here, and what is it telling? Would you please take this? Do the work of taking. Can you do this work of taking? See over here, एक काम करने के लिए हम बोल रहे हैं किसी को. It's a request that you're telling the person to do this work. It's not मैं करूँ क्या. Understood? Keep again. मैं करूँ क्या will come in the permission वाला. Can you do it? Can you do that work? That time we have a request. Another example. Could you help me with math, please? Could you? Very politely, I'm asking, मेरे को help कर सकते क्या तुम? Right? I'm asking that another person to do it for me. Next. Now, I have highlighted this. Can I eat your chocolate? Now, can I eat your chocolate? Can I? मैं खा सकता हूँ क्या तुम्हारा chocolate? So, that is a permission. It can be a yes or a no. Now, what is a request then? Can you give me your chocolate? Can you give? Now, where that give the word, you are telling that person to do something. When you're telling the other person to do that verb, वो other person को verb करने बोल रहे, वो action करने बोल रहे, तभी a request will come. ठीक है, तुम अपने लिए नहीं मांग रहे, तुम उनको कुछ करने के लिए बोल रहे. Please remember, ये बहुत confusion हो सकता है. Again I'm telling, permission में मैं कुछ करना चाहता हूँ तो मेरे को permission. Request means तुम कुछ करो. I'm asking you to do something. Clear? So let's try to understand one more sentence. Sophia is not feeling well. Sophia को ठीक नहीं लग रहा. Can you inform ma'am? Ma'am को क्या तुम you do the work of informing ma'am. Can you do that? Understood? So that is where I ask for a request, making a request. All right. Now next, how do we use it in a sentence? Now, this is your list. Now, boss says, Tash, you please close the door. Okay, a boss is asking, so it's a very formal, it should be a polite word. What can you use? Could you please close the door? Could you close? Tum close kar sakte kya? And what about Sam? Sam is saying, all right, Dash, you come with me to the doctor. Probably he's telling his friend or something like that. And so what can it be? A very casual one that can be will or can. Can you come with me to the doctor? Or I can also ask, will you come with me to the doctor? Because I'm just asking my friend. Clear? Okay. So here is something, again, request is you're making the other person do the verb. ये यहाँ का verb कौन सा है? Closing का काम. तुम करो. Coming का काम तुम करो. Got that? Come on. Now let's try to completely understand what's an ability and what's a possibility. Ability versus possibility. Ability and possibility का बहुत confusion होता है. Ability means I can, मैं कर सकता हूँ. Keep these pictures in mind so you'll understand it very well. Possibility means हाँ हो सकता है क्या या नहीं हो सकता है क्या, शायद होगा, शायद possibility will always come with शायद, या or else it can be हाँ होएगा, पक्का होएगा, या फिर शायद होएगा. Understood? So that is your possibility. Okay. Next, permission again I kept on saying permission is मेरे को कुछ चाहिए. All right, I'm asked क्या मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ. For that, for me I'm asking. When I'm asking for myself, I will ask a permission. वो permission होगा. The words, the modal verbs that I use for when I'm asking a permission will be the ones expressing permission. But when I use that word exactly for telling someone else to do it for me, कुछ किसी और को काम करने बोल रहे, that time you'll be अरे please तू मेरे लिए कर सकता है क्या. That time it will be expressing a kind of a request. When you make a request, you will use those modal verbs. Clear? So now it's game time. Actually, I have this wonderful X and Zero game for you all, but I don't know how I'm going to play it with you. So we'll not have a game time because I can't get your responses right now. So let's go on to what are modal verbs. Okay, so there is a list. Okay, now again I'm going to do it with you. Let's quickly revise. What is pure or core modals? Those are can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, and must. Okay, I told you, learn it in a sing-song way. You will by heart these very easily. Next, again a quick revision. What are your semi-modals? Those are your ought to, dare to, need to, used to, okay, have to, and be able to. Now remember one thing, girls, okay, remember one thing, students, when you use these words, okay, there are not only four, there are more four remaining. That we'll be doing in the next class. All right, so we will continue with this topic. Right now we have shortage of time, and so we are just going to focus on the four modal verbs that we saw and how they are used in which context. So we saw the four contexts. Now let's see whether you are able to do it, you are able to find out the modal verbs. Okay, so over here it is the first sentence over here is, it is only 5 o'clock, so we could drive up the hill to the sunset point. It is only 5 o'clock ही बजे है. Let's always translate. So तो हम ड्राइव अप हिल के ऊपर ड्राइव कर सकते हैं. गॉट इट. कर सकते हैं. Whenever I say कर सकते हैं means which is the fight. First find out the modal verb. Which is the modal verb over here? कर सकते हैं. Which is the word which tells you कर सकते हैं? That's the word could. Could. Always it will the verb is over here, and what you can do, how can you drive? I can drive. We could drive. What is it talking about? Kar sakte hain, and that's why it's talking about your ability. Okay, so modal verb, this verb comes with ability. Next, ma'am, may I go to the washroom? May I go to the washroom? Now, which is the modal verb over here? Yes, it is may. May I go to the washroom? मैम क्या मैं वॉशरूम जा सकती हूँ? I want to go. मैं जाना चाहती हूँ. तो मैं क्या पूछूंगी? मैं पूछूंगी permission. Understood? Next. I might go to Mumbai today. मैं शायद मुंबई जाऊंगा. Which is a modal verb over here? First you can find out. You have the list in your mind. Yes, that is might. बट ये माइट क्या काम कर रहा है इधर? ओके, मैं शायद आई माइट गो टू मुंबई. शायद आ गया ना, चलो यार मार दो उसको. इट इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी, इट इज नॉट पक्का. पक्का तो नहीं है, हो शायद मैं जाऊंगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट. प्लीज कैन यू टेक द डॉग फॉर अ वॉक? प्लीज कैन यू टेक द डॉग फॉर अ वॉक? मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? कैन यू. नाउ व्हिच इज द मॉडल वर्ब ओवर हियर? कैन. You all know the modal verbs right now, right? So it's can. Now can क्या काम कर रहा है? Please can you. मतलब मैं नहीं. क्या तुम डॉग को लेके जा सकते? तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I am asking you, I am requesting you. Can you take the dog for a walk? I am requesting, and so this will be a request. So, all right, and so this is how we have learned the modal verbs right now. Quickly show you this. Okay, once again, let's try to understand. In English grammar, a modal is a verb that combines with another verb to indicate mood or tense. We saw that. What was the moods we saw today? We saw whether it was ability, whether it was a possibility, whether it was a permission, or it was a request. We also saw a modal is known as modal auxiliary verb, and it expresses necessity. We are going to come to it. Uncertainty, we saw about possibility or permission, and we also saw different other things. Clear? So that's what we have learned today. We'll continue in the next class with the next four ways in which modal verbs are used. All right, thank you, my dear class. I will hand over your class to your teacher.